Revenge films.
I'm Abby. I moved into the city after college and have been working with a company for 10 years now. I focused on my work and career and didn't think about marriage until I was 32. I met Leland through my work and we became close. He was single and we were about the same age. He asked me to go out with him with the intention of marriage, and we started seeing each other. Things went very well and we got married a year later. I found out we were from the same region when we visited our parents to introduce ourselves. While we were having dinner at a fancy restaurant, I found out more and exclaimed, "I knew we were from the same state, but from the same city? What a coincidence!"
Well, it's a large city.
He seemed surprised too, but not as much as I was. That's true, but we met in a big city and we were from the same countryside. It's almost miraculous, don't you think? I knew we were from the same state, but we grew up in almost the same neighborhood. Which junior high did you go to? When I told him my school, he told me his. Wow, that's right in the school district next to ours.
Yeah, and I'm a year older than you.
I asked about his high school next, and it was also close to mine. Wow, it's been more than 10 years already. These past years eased my school days trauma considerably and helped me think about marriage. When I was 13, I started being traumatized by a bad case of stalking. I was walking home after school, and he was always walking behind me. I found some creepy notes in our mailbox which read, "I'm always looking out for you. This must be destiny. I want us to have 2 children," which gave me goosebumps. The stalking continued for 5 years until I turned 18. I'm not particularly pretty like a model. In the beginning, I thought he would get tired of it soon, but he was obsessive. "Please stop doing these things to me." At one point, I told him directly, but this stalker didn't stop following me or writing to me. He looked creepy too. He was probably a year or 2 older than me, a little fat and a greasy-looking guy. He wore eyeglasses with a thick plastic frame and always had his head down, so I don't remember his face very much. I was so scared that I hardly ever looked at his face straight. When I was in high school, I couldn't stand his relentless behavior anymore and had a boyfriend in an attempt to repel the guy. The guy became jealous and angry. The stalking didn't stop, but he started muttering while following me. I asked my boyfriend to threaten the guy, but it didn't work. That boyfriend and I didn't last long. I talked to my school teacher and my parents, but they didn't take me seriously. Probably because the stalker was just a boy of my age and not an adult. To them, it looked like just a boy with love troubles. "No matter how many letters you write to me, I would never go out with you. Please stop following me, you're scaring me." I spelled it out like this clearly and directly, with no avail. He didn't change a thing. After 5 years of his harassment, I became afraid of men. After I moved to a big city to go to college, and even after I got a job, I wasn't interested in having a boyfriend. But time heals, and when I reached 30, I was no longer afraid. Then the first man who appeared in my life after that was Leland. Plus, he's from my hometown. I tried to think positively to blow away the anxiety I had before getting married. Then I got married. Leland was a caring person, maybe because we were newlyweds. He would come with me even for a short trip to a corner store. He carried the bags for me, but he was a jealous type, and when I had a small talk with a male store clerk, he didn't like it. I tried to think positively. That's only because he loved me. When we visited his parents' house, I asked Leland to show me his childhood photos. I asked before, but he never showed them to me. I felt a little uneasy about it.
I told you before, but when I was younger, I was a rebel with dyeing my hair purple and...
I don't mind if you were a rebel in your teenage years.
But I was rebellious at home and don't have any photos with my family.
But you have photos after you've grown up. You showed me some before. Do you really have none? When we were talking like this, his mother approached us smiling. "That's not true. Here!" There are many photos from his school days, but then his mother opened their album for me. There was no purple hair boy, but I spotted the photo of his parents with a boy with a dull look. The boy was a little fat and wore eyeglasses with a thick frame which was eerily familiar. No! Why was that stalker with Leland's parents? At that moment, I froze and my blood ran cold. My mind went blank. My mother-in-law told me some of his childhood episodes, but they fell on deaf ears. No way, Leland was that stalker? That stalker is my husband? And he got me married to him. It was beyond horror. We came back home and I asked him as calmly as possible, "Please tell me the truth. Were you my stalker?" He didn't say anything. The way he looked down was horrifically familiar. He's not fat anymore and doesn't wear eyeglasses, though. Probably he lost weight and switched to contact lenses. We met through work when we were over 30, didn't we? You said we'd never met before at that time, didn't you? He seemed determined to remain silent, but I was sure. I was convinced that he was that man. "Say something or I'll divorce you right away." Then he finally talked.
I don't understand why you're so angry.
Did you hear a word I said? You lied to me. You deceived me.
Deceive is a strong word. Have you ever asked me if I was that stalker? I didn't say because you didn't ask me.
Don't give me that crap. You lied to me over and over again. You said we met for the first time, and you said you didn't have any photos. What went through your mind when I told you about my traumatic experience from a stalker? I thought he was going to say that he was laughing inside, but his reaction was something out of context.
I was glad to find out you remembered me. You remembered me after more than 10 years. I knew then it was destiny.
He went on and on without me asking. It was love at first sight for him. He felt it was something like a cosmic thing and was determined to get me no matter what. He collected information about me, researched me even after I left my home. It was no coincidence we met in the city. It never was. After he told me all this, I felt sick. That stalking never stopped. It was always going on behind my back. I thought I had finally gotten rid of him when I moved to the city, but that was an illusion. Let's get divorced.
You're making a man's pure love for someone sound like a crime. I won't forgive you.
You haven't changed, essentially, since you were stalking me. You are thinking only about yourself. That's all that matters to you.
It was all for you. I tried so hard, all because of you.
I never asked. Actually, I begged you to stop it more than once, but you completely disregarded my feelings and my fear. You are sick. I am divorcing you. I filed for a divorce. He went back to being a stalker. I talked to a lawyer and the police. They found the case extreme and malicious, and he was arrested. He said,
I was just looking out for her.
But he was definitely a stalker. A teenage boy and a 30-something man are not the same. The authorities judged him as a stalker. He was officially a stalker, a criminal.
How was today's video? If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.